Good morning! Here we are again. It's Friday the 10th of November 2017. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. Once again, boys and girls, look at that. The sun is... Hang on a minute, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Once again, the sun is shining outside. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. The sun will come out tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow. As someone mentioned that yesterday, I was singing the sun will come out tomorrow yesterday, and someone said, but it's not tomorrow, it's today. And you are quite right. You are quite right. I'm always up for a little bit of correction. We like a correction. Well, good morning, Earthlings. Lovely to chat with some of you last night on the old video. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you want me to turn myself up a bit? Oh, sorry. I haven't got that up very high, have I? Is that better? Or has that made no difference? Probably made no difference to you at all. Sorry, my mic was a bit low then. Yes, it was lovely to talk to, I think, 5 people last night on the video phone. We did a bit of a late night chat last night, which we do sometimes. It's not scheduled. It's kind of as and when, boys and girls. The same with all these shows. They're as and when. Generally one in the morning or one late at night. Sometimes it's in the afternoon. What you've got to do is click a little subscribe button somewhere, whichever service you're watching via. Certainly Facebook's got a subscribe thing and Periscope as well. And YouTube. You get an email for YouTube and it'll tell you whenever we're on. Okay, boys and girls. Who's first in with a message this morning? On Facebook, first one with a message, Jerry. Congratulations, Jerry. Welcome for getting up so early, dear. God's sake, Matt, 20 to 10 and you're out of bed already? How did you manage that? Was there an explosion in your house, something like that? Did you see a rat run across the floor? Good morning, Joey. You get the first message there on Facebook. First message on the YouTube this morning comes from SOS Gold. Good morning, SOS Gold. You're first on the YouTube. And Tay is first there on the Periscope as well. Okay, so good morning to you. As well as also on Periscope, Les Q, I believe it is. Bonjour, regard, mahaba. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm sure that means hello or something like that. So good morning to you. And on Facebook, Diane, second to date. Not too bad, Diane. You haven't slipped down too far, have you? You have. Don't you hate that, girls, when your bra slips down? Oh, I hate that. And you're going like that all the time. Not that I've ever worn one. There was a point, I have to say, before I started going to Slimming World that I thought I was going to have to wear a sports bra. You know, I did notice as I was coming up and down the studio stairs here in the United Kingdom Talk television complex, as I was coming up and down, I did feel my chest bouncing up and down. And someone suggested I get a sports bra. And I thought, I don't do enough sports. They said, no, it's to stop your chest wobbling as you go up and down stairs or run. But it doesn't do that anymore. Look, no more wobbling. Ha ha! Wendy doesn't wobble anymore either. Do you wobble? No, do you, Wendy? Do you, Wendy? Wendy the wobbler. Sorry, Wendy. That just came out, love. Wendy the wobbler. I quite like that. That's not said in any horrible way. It just sounds good. Or Wobbler Wendy. Wobbler Wendy. Because it's 2 W's, you see. You make up a name about someone, then always have it, the first letter of the name is the first letter of their Christian name. Like, what can you... Chris, Cream... no, there's... Chris, make up a name for me. See something. Don't be rude. No 4-letter name. No 4-letter word starting CU, please. Thank you very much. I get called enough of that in real life. A name for me beginning with C. Come on, think of something. Good morning, lovely Lewis. Hope you were this morning. Lucy Lewis. Lucy Lewis is with us this morning. Kevin Catamaran. Kevin Catamaran, good morning from South Carolina. Adam the plumber's there. Good morning, Adam. He's having a few days off, aren't you? Good morning to you, Adam. Kevin Webster's there. Marcus, good morning, Marcus. I think you're new to the show, aren't you? Welcome along to our little bit of fun that we have each day here on United Kingdom Talk. Not sunny up north in Leyland, apparently. Blowing a gale. Woo! Woo! It's quite nice when you leave the window open a little bit and listen to that while you're in bed, isn't it? That and rain. Rain pitter-pattering on the window. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. There will be the pitter-patter of tiny feet on the show today. That's coming up, coming up. Don't rush me, okay? What am I talking about? Have I had a baby? You know, have I had a baby today? Maybe something else. The pitter-patter of tiny feet coming up on this show today. Don't go away. Ah, dear. Oh, the sound didn't change, did it? Okay, there must be something automatic at the Facebook end there. Okie doke. Mahaba is hello in Turkish. Oh, we have Turkish people. Good morning, Turkey. Welcome. Welcome to the show. My mate's been to Turkey twice. He loves it there. He said the haircuts are really good. You know, shh. Have your haircut. I get my haircut in a place called Wokingham, at a place called Max. Very good in there. Very nice and friendly. You even get offered a cup of tea sometimes, I must say. Chris. I don't know about Chris. That doesn't ring. No, not Chris. Anyone ever think of that? Something, call me a name. Chris something. Good morning to Callum. Morning, Callum. Hello to you, sir, who says hello to his mum as well. Oh, that's nice. Is your mum with us, Callum? Callum doesn't live here anymore. Wendy says she wobbles a lot and will do for some time. You wobble as much as you want. Do you remember the advert about Weebles? Weebles wobble, but they won't fall down. That was something to do with... Oh, it was Weebles, wasn't it? I was getting confused there with the old advert for milk and the Humphreys. You remember the Humphreys? Watch out. There's a Humphrey about. And they were just straws walking along. They were the Humphreys. Straws. And there was an advertisement for milk. Look it up on YouTube later. Humphrey milk advert or something like that. Okay, now talk Chris Cherry Chris is nice. Cherry Chris. Oh, hang on, I see what malfunction in the Mirrorball studio. One moment, I must repair this immediately. How awful. One moment, please. Sorry about that. The Mirrorball was not turning round this morning. Those of you that want to be, you know, nasty about it would assume there that I was trying to save money on the electricity. Not when it comes to you, my friends. No price is enough to pay to make this show just a little bit better for you. What do you mean you spend some money and get some guests in? Who would you like here? You know, name who you want. Shirley Bassey? Madonna? Barry Manilow? Should we get him into the studio? I wonder how much he'd charge me for a short interview. Perhaps Barry would like to... There's Barry Manilow. There's a picture over there on him, on our ever-changing calendar. I have the new calendar... Where is it? Where's the new calendar? The new calendar is in here somewhere. Standing by for erection, boys and girls. The new calendar is standing by for erection onto my wall in just... about 7 weeks' time, when it's 2018. Not long now. Here we are, 10th of November. A third of the way through November. Next week we will be half the way through November. Ha! I told you just 3 minutes ago in August how quickly Christmas would come on us, didn't I? So last night I went to bed straight after the show. This morning, not cold at all this morning. I have to say it seems to be quite a pleasant day. The sun's out there. And I woke up at 8:15. You know, I mean, I went to bed. What time did I get to sleep? About 3:15, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 hours. Funny, innit? And I'm not tired, as you can well see. Firing on all cylinders this morning. After the show, I'm going swimming. Then I'll pop back and have some lunch. I've got... I did enough spaghetti arrabbiata sauce yesterday for 3 meals. Usually I would put, you know, well, I have. I mean, there's 2 other meals in the freezer, 4 meals. So 1 last night, just when it was finished cooking. 2 in the fridge in like big glass jugs, and 1 in the freezer. But I don't fancy it today. Funny, innit? I don't really fancy having that today. So I might put some more in the freezer. And I fancy some baked beans and chips and corn. No, I've got Linda McCartney sausages now. And Linda McCartney sausages. They're nice. Vegetarian. Very tasty. I actually prefer those to the corn ones. There's a little restaurant that I go in. When I go to the hospital that I go to, Royal Free in Hampstead, when I go there, usually after I've finished an appointment there, I'll go to this place called Dominique's, which is on the main road there. And he does Linda McCartney's sausage breakfasts with eggs and beans and things. Very, very tasty. So after that, and then I want to go to... I want to go and get Ronnie's boyfriend's birthday present. It was his birthday last week or the week before, and I still haven't managed to get round to getting it yet. Then, and I'm going to get him a flying lesson because he's very much into planes. He was 30, so it's a special birthday. Spend a bit more on special birthdays. So I'm going to get him a flying lesson. He's got no idea. No idea. And for weeks and weeks, I've been telling him, I can't wait to give you this birthday present. Well, I've thought long and hard about this. He loves planes, flying on planes. So why not fly one himself? Hopefully he'll be terrified while it's happening. Because those little planes, I've done this. I've had a flying lesson years ago. And when you're in the little planes, okay, that hold 2, 3, 4 people, slightest bit of wind and it like that. Oh, God, I better get him to wear a nappy while he's doing that, I think. So that's what I've got to do this afternoon. And I've been meaning to do it for ages and ages and ages. And his birthday has gone now. And he's desperate to know what this thing is. So that's what I've got him. All right, back to some of your messages then. Lewis says, don't you hate it when people celebrate Christmas too early? Yes, I do hate it. I absolutely hate it. I mean, I can almost understand the Christmas decorations. The adverts are on the telly now. I'll come into that in a moment. But talking of presents and the pitter-patter of tiny feet, I have just tweeted something, boys and girls. I've tweeted. Tweet. I've just tweeted because I accidentally discovered 2 more Christmas presents this morning for very tiny people, i.e., baby James, who's just a few months old, of which I have been asked to be godfather. I am the godfather. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy about being godfather to baby James, which is my niece's latest addition to the family. She says it's her last one. But they all say that, and then accidentally... Well, they say accident. Oh, I'm accidentally pregnant. And what do you mean you're accidentally... Are you the new Virgin Mary? Are you? How are you accidentally pregnant? No, it means you've been... Doesn't it? It does. Accidentally pregnant. Anyway, so baby James, and also my other... one of my great nieces, Olivia, her as well. I'm going to get them the same thing, and it is a talking squirrel. A talking squirrel. Now, if you want to see that, for some reason I couldn't grab the picture of that this morning. Go to Twitter, twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK. There's an eBay link, although I didn't get it from eBay. I got it from somewhere else. There's an eBay link there. Click on there and you will see the talking squirrel. Now, this squirrel doesn't talk on its own. What it does is repeat what you've said in a squeaky voice. So if I say, hello, how are you? It goes, hello. A bit like that. If I say good morning, it will say, good morning. Like that. And it repeats back to you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a baby or an adult. I think some way it must record whatever's coming into it. And then it chucks it back out of you in a high-pitched squeak. And if you look around on YouTube, you see various pictures and videos of this wonderful little creature. This is the pitter-patter of tiny feet I was telling you about, actually. And things like cats. Cats are going, meow, and he goes, meow, and the cat jumps. Dogs are playing with it, babies, adults. Wonderful. Talking squirrel. Have a look on my Twitter there, twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK for the picture of that. So accidentally this morning, that's while I was in bed, as I peeled open my little eyes and removed the bits of sleep from the end of the eyelashes, I picked up my phone after watching a bit of news on the television. I always put the news on as soon as I wake up. And there it just happened to be as an advert within Facebook. Good. So I've ordered 3 of those. One for baby James, one for little Olivia. Oh, who's the other one for? Oh, why have I ordered 3? Oh. Did I order another one? Why did I order 3 then? Do you know, isn't that strange and mysterious? I don't know why I've ordered 3 now. It might have been because it was 20% off if you bought 3. Oh, I've been hooked into it, haven't I? Buy 2, get 1 free. All that old rubbish. So have a look at that. That might be an idea for you there. All right, boys and girls. Kevin Bell had weebles. They wobbled. Weebles wobble with Wendy, but they don't fall down. Have you ever tried to push Wendy over? She don't go, darling. I've tried it once and she just smacked me in the mouth. You can't push Wendy over. I'm telling you that now. Crisscross. I like that one, Kevin. Thank you very much. Crisscross is good. Adam says Tony Blackburn. There is only one Tony Blackburn, Adam. And I will be going to see him on stage next Wednesday at the BBC Radio London Soul Night Out, which apparently this year is being broadcast live on BBC Radio London as well at the same time. So I'm very much looking forward to meeting up with a friend of mine, Pete. Now, Pete does Hospital Radio Basildon. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hospital Radio Basildon. Yes, people literally die as they listen to him. Literally. I mean, I wonder what that's like. You know, possibly you're watching this now. Maybe in years to come, you'll be watching me and you will die while you're watching me. I wonder how that goes down in heaven. You know, you go up there. And you get there and, hello, welcome. What was the last thing you did? Oh, I was watching Chris Reardon's show. I wonder how that will go down with the Lord above. Or, unless you go to the other place, darling. You'll need a lot of sun, as Father David at the Corpus Christi Wokingham says, you'll need a lot of suntan if you're going down there, my friend. Start being good. Be nice. I find it very difficult to be nice, to be honest. I really do. Kevin says, hard to believe that in 2 years' time we'll be entering the 3rd decade of the 2000s. Yes, I remember the whole 1999 to 2000 New Year's Eve gigs that we all did. And they were just a disaster. No one came. I mean, a lot of the clubs were really taking the mick with the ticket prices. I think where I was working, it was about £45. You know, usual price, a tenner. Well, they voted with their feet and they never came. Absolute disaster, that one. Kev says, I'm surprised Christmas music hasn't started yet. It usually starts around Halloween. I was in a shop the other day and I had Christmas music on. Now, where was that? Somewhere in Reading. Dreadful place, Reading. Can't remember. Iceland. There was a big Iceland in Reading. That's where I bought the big yogurts that I told you about. Big Iceland in Reading. I kid you not, they were playing Christmas music, and I said to one of the boys who was packing the freezers, you know, who obviously I was trying to chat up and not succeeding at all, as usual. And I said, are you fed up with the Christmas music? And he looked round and swore. Yes, I am. He did. He swore at me. I should have reported him immediately. Report these people who swear. We can't have swearing, not on this programme. Do you like the Union Jack lamp? That's nice, that is. I think it was only about 10 quid. I was just going around and saw it. Really, that thing? Not expensive at all, that one. Okay. Wendy wants to see a video on how I do the Slimmers World chips. Okay, I've got a few videos to do, actually, Wendy, at the moment. Slimming World chips. Linda, queen of all of Slimming World Wokingham, she wants me to do some more cooking videos and upload them to the Slimming World with Wokingham, with Linda at Wokingham site. And Chris Lotz has been asked me months ago to do how you do a proper cup of British tea. You know. None of this walking in with a warm cup of water and a tea bag on the side. Completely, totally and utterly incorrect. They do that at Frankie and Benny's. I quizzed them on that one. Last time they did it, I quizzed them. I know, what's that? Well, it's the tea you ordered. I said, that's not a cup of tea. Well, yes, it is. I said, that is not a cup of tea. I said, you don't bring a cup of warm water over with a tea bag on the side. You need to put boiling hot water. Oh, we're not allowed to do that. Oh, God. Health and safety has interfered with my tea. Take it away, dear. Goodbye. Take it away. But we've made it now. Too bad you have not made that tea. Have you made that tea? You mean to charge? So you want to charge me £1.50 for tea that I've got a DIY tea, you know, with the water and the tea bag on the side? Ghastly, dear. Guys, that's Frankie and Benny's. No idea how to make tea. No. You get the tea, if it's a tea bag, tea in a cup, boiling water on it. You know when the kettle, it's doing its thing, isn't it? And the steam noise is coming. And then the bubbles start, and then you hear the bubbles, and you look if it's got a glass bit and the bubbles. That's when it's boiling. And you take the handle and you pour it on. Do not turn it off and wait 5 seconds. It's not boiling anymore. Very, very important. You must know how to correctly make a cup of tea. The water must be boiling when you're pouring it in. Very, very important. Yes. Lewis says you're going to get loads of Christmas songs requests. We're not doing Christmas songs yet, Lewis. I won't have it. No, absolutely not. 2 weeks before Christmas. That's it. No Christmas songs now. You must be joking, aren't you? I'm not having it, love. I'm not having it. There's a DJ that wants to play blooming Mariah Carey right now. He probably has, actually, knowing him. Not funny. Not funny. Big letdown to the DJ community playing Christmas songs now, I think it is. Unless, of course, you're doing a Christmas party. Some of these big firms have Christmas parties, don't they? I was actually watching The Apprentice just because I came upstairs here to Studio A1 to talk to you this morning. And that was doing... They were having to do a corporate event. And they quoted them. They quoted them something like 7,500. And the bloke says, we haven't got that much to spend. Well, how much have you got? 2,500. And they're like, God, I have to say, it did seem... They wanted to charge them something like £165 per head for this Christmas function. Of £165 a head? What do you get for that? Few sandwiches with the corners turned up on the ends? Oh, awful. And bottles of wine. They had about 6 bottles of wine, which was supposed to last 6 hours. Don't know how. I haven't seen the rest of it yet, so I don't know what it's going to do. Lewis likes, Wendy likes the idea of the talking squirrel. Yes, I'll see what they're like. Oh, I thought one was for the studio. Of course it was. One was for the studio. One was for the studio as well. Good morning to Karaoke. There you go. No Christmas karaoke till December. Thank you, Gary. We all agree on that, dear. No, don't even put your Christmas songs in. They're not going on. And don't come up there and say, oh, it's not for you to decide what we're going to sing. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, you're not singing Christmas songs until second week in December. Okay? Not even the first week in December is too early. We need to take a stand, dear. We need to take a stand. Good morning to Stella, who is working on the Emmerdale set. We celebrate Christmas in August. It's hell keeping fake snow on the ground. Yeah, of course, television, they record stuff months in advance. I would have thought by now the Christmas songs of praise will have happened. They would have recorded that and got that in the can as well. Yes. I think so. The Weebles were in the 70s. Gosh, was that a long time ago? Again, have a look on YouTube when you finish watching the show today. Weebles advert or something like that, and you should find that on there, okay? All right. Kev says, as an American, I know how to do proper British tea. Of course, we do have a tea plantation in South Carolina. I didn't know that. Have you got hills and all that? Doesn't tea supposed to grow on hills? Does it grow on hills? I think it grows on hills. Good morning, Heidi. Welcome along to Heidi. And Lewis says at Wembley. It was at Wembley, yes. Oh, have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? Yes, he works at Wembley. They were clueless. Did you meet them? They look as thick as 2 short planks, that lot, don't they? Eh? That lot on The Apprentice. Good. Okie doke, boys and girls. Now, let's have a look here. Talking about the Christmas adverts that are now appearing on the television, boys and girls. On all the front pages this morning. You know, this always amazes me. People all over the world dying from hunger. King Ching Chong Ping Pong with his nuclear wars. The bloke in China, President, is it Xi? Is it XI? I don't know how you say that. Xi. I quite like the look of him. He comes across as a really nice bloke, doesn't he? The president or the person. Is it the president? The person in charge of China. Because old Trump's over there at the moment. I mean, he came on the telly. I had to turn the brightness down. It was so orange. My God, hello? Oh, my God. Why does he put so much orange stuff on? President Trump? Or is it kidney failure? Something like that. Anyone for the NHS with us today? Anyway, the two of them were on the news this morning talking about trade and all that business. And President, I think it's Z, XI is Z, isn't it? I think it says Z. President Z, I think it is, of China. There were a few little bits with him. He comes across as a really nice bloke, doesn't he? I have to say, I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well in this world. I really do. President Z, someone we need to have here in the studio having a little conversation with us. Yes. Anyway, back to the story. So all those stories going around. What's on the front pages this morning? The John Lewis Christmas ad. It is about to be released, boys and girls, on the television tonight. We are so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I want you, which incidentally is the first song on my Monday music and chat show coming up this Monday at 10 o'clock on uploadradio.com. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Uploadradio.com. Also available on DAB in certain areas. Okay, and it says in the Daily Mail this morning, John Lewis's new Christmas advert has left viewers in tears. Don't, I kid you not, I'm like that in front of the telly. I'm actually like that in front of the telly sometimes. It has left viewers in tears over a mischievous and flatulent monster called Moz. Sounds like me. Mischievous and flatulent. Although I haven't got that this morning. That seems to have stopped this morning. Oh, it's terrible last night because I put a load of onions, you see, in the spaghetti arrabbiata sauce all night long. Oh, it's dreadful. No wonder, I can't get anyone in the bed with me, dear. A mischievous and flatulent monster called Moz, who lives under his 7-year-old soulmate's bed. Oh, isn't it nice? The giant furry monster with a bulbous nose, wonky teeth, and a love of snoring. Shh. Oh, have you got anyone in the bed like that, snoring? Oh, God. My dad used to snore the entire house out. My dad snored. I don't know how Mum ever managed to get to sleep. I really don't. Anyway, the giant furry monster jumps out every night to play with his companion Joe in a festive tale likely to make viewers laugh and cry. The little boy, aged 7, who is played by young twin brothers from London named Ethan and Tobias, this is in this morning's Daily Mail, is initially frightened after seeing a pair of enormous eyes peering from the dark under his bed. Now, how can I do that? This will have to be a sheet, okay? This will be a sheet. Oh, it's like a hijab now, isn't it? No, it's... Now, do you remember when people used to go to the seaside and they'd put a handkerchief? Bald people like me. I used to have lovely hair, spiky hair when I used to go to this club. There we are, look. Yeah, that keeps the sun off, doesn't it? To keep the sun off my hair, I've got various hats, but my head just gets sweaty underneath those. Does it yours? Those dreadful baseball caps. What the President of the United States wears a baseball cap? I mean, for God's sake, man. Could you see Jacob Rees-Mogg wearing something like that? Or Theresa May? I don't think so, dear. No class. Donald, no class. A baseball cap, dear. Come on, dress yourself up, man. All that money and you come out in a baseball cap. Dear me, I have made $200 million. Good on you. Well done. Congratulations. Has it made you happy, lovey? Has it made you happy? It carries on. The two unlikely friends are shown sharing games, playing piggyback and scale-electrics. My great-nephew George likes that. He's 5 now. He likes scale-electrics. Playing scale-electrics in his bedroom, all without mum, dad or older sister finding out that. Well, that's what we boys like to do. Us little boys like to do. We like to play these games secretly so no one else can find us. Come on, lads. Who had a secret camp somewhere with their friends that no one else was? And the parents were not allowed to know where that is. Except, of course, the overprotective one. You must tell me where you're going. Take your mobile phone with you in case something happens. Don't talk to anyone. Not bad advice, actually, in this day and age. Moz then leaves his friend, that's the monster, as he realises the little boy needs to grow up without him, and wraps a farewell gift for him under the Christmas tree, a nightlight to help him sleep. Oh, God. I haven't even seen the advert yet. Oh, God. Oh, that's so sad. The poignant ending has left many fans in tears, with Good Morning Britain host and Strictly star Charlotte Hawkins breaking down on live TV after watching it for the first time, telling viewers they always get me Christmas adverts. Oh, sorry, just move on, it's fine. That's so sad, it really is. So that's going to be on the telly tonight, I believe. Okay, not sure what time. Or it is now on YouTube. It's now on YouTube. Or you can click. I did try clicking the link within the Daily Mail itself, and that wouldn't work for some reason. I don't know why that is, okay? So that's it. It carries on. John Lewis advert that went live at 8 o'clock today and is on TV tonight is directed by Oscar-winning Michael Gondry and set to an elbow cover of the Beatles' Abbey Road classic Golden Slumbers. It's £7 million marketing blitz. Guys. £7 million market. We were just talking the other day, funnily enough, that adverts on ITV, you can actually put an advert on ITV for about £2,000. You know, middle of the morning when there's no one watching that dreadful Good Morning Britain with that. What is that? Ben Shepherd, Mr. Non-Personality himself with the fake smile. Hello, my name's Ben Shepherd. Welcome to Good. Is he still doing that one? Or that miserable git Piers Morgan. I quite like him. Piers Morgan. At least he speaks his mind. You know, same as myself. We don't mollycoddle anything. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's it. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. What would be the point of that? There's enough people in the world doing that. I've worked with people like that. They tell you what you want to hear. That doesn't do any good to anyone. £7 million marketing blitz also includes a £20 Moz Cuddly Monster, clothes, mugs, children's books, and even a tie-up with Sky and Google, as they hope will be successful as the Monty the Penguin campaign from 2014, which made £2.5 million in soft toy sales alone. Gosh, that's it. It then goes on to tell you exactly what happens in the ad. And I won't do that, you know, because you might want to watch it. But I think that's lovely. I think it's lovely. Really do. And in the Daily Mirror this morning, it goes on. The John Lewis Christmas ad is much loved fixture in the nation's countdown to the big day and is guaranteed to have us all blubbing by the end. It all started when ad agency Adam and Eve, now Adam and Eve DDB, took over the account in 2009, created the first tearjerker in 2011. And it goes, here's a roundup of all the iconic ads that had us gathered around the TV with tissue boxes at hand. And they then give, I think they link all of them. Just let's have a quick, 2007, 2008. No, yeah, they're all there. They're all there. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tweet that. And if you fancy a good cry this morning, well, you're probably crying already. This show's so bad. But if you want a good cry this morning, go onto my Twitter, twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK, and you'll find link to the Daily Mirror, and it says watch John Lewis Christmas ads tugging at the heartstrings, okay? And it's listed, they're all there, and you can watch them one after the other. But I'm telling you now, make sure you've got a tissue handy, because you will cry when you're watching these things, all right? You will cry when you're watching these things. Have you got a favourite Christmas ad, incidentally? If you have, oops, I'm clicking the wrong, I keep doing that, don't I? Clicking the wrong things there. Then call in. You can call in now if you want to. We've got a phone number open. 020-8144-3477 is my local London phone number. It's not premium rate at all. So if you want to call in this morning, you can do so. 020-8144-3477. You don't have to call in, okay? That's all right if you don't want to. If you're happy to sit there and just listen to what I'm rabbiting on about, that's okay as well. But phone number and also a Skype. You can Skype in. My Skype name, very easy, all one word, United Kingdom Talk. Skype name, United Kingdom Talk, or phone number 020-8144-3477. 877. Give us a call. Good morning to Becky Moon, just joining us this morning. Morning, Becky. Bit late today, aren't you, darling? Bit late today. Christina says Boris Johnson and Donald Trump can wear baseball caps together. They can be twins. The pair can also use the barber too. Oh, they could both do with going for a good haircut. There's Boris Johnson, Donald Trump and King Ching Chong Ping Pong in North Korea. They all need to have a decent haircut. There's probably people with us this morning who can do hair. I could send my niece over, actually. She's got her own hairdressers. Up in a little place called Woodhall Spa. That's my niece, Tracy. She's beautiful. The straight lads often say, oh, who's that girl? Cool, who's that girl? Chris in your pictures. That's my niece. Oh, okay, mate. And they back off then. As soon as they realise, like, you're a father or an uncle or something like that, the young straight lads back off straight away, don't they? Not the gay ones. Oh, no. They go on and on until they, get some sort of result. They don't leave off, do they, the gay ones? Terrible you are, boys. What's wrong with you all? Kev says the reason Donald Trump wears baseball caps is because he's considered all-American. Baseball is one of our American sports. That's why it shows you why you're trying to connect with the common people. Yes, that's why I dress down so much, you see. I'm trying to connect with people like yourself, Kevin, and other common people. That's... That's why. Oh, I'm so naughty. I'm so naughty. Morning, Ants. My friend's son is the main character in the Debenhams Christmas advert. Is that out now as well? Haven't seen that one yet. Haven't seen the Debenhams one yet. I've seen the Audi one, which is great. A couple of carrots fall in love and get married over a turkey or something like that. I can't remember how it goes now. Debenhams one I haven't seen yet. I think there's a Marks and Spencer's one which I haven't seen yet. They're all out. They're all coming out now. All right. Thank you for your link, Kevin. Abden says, as you run an international television show, I think it's time you bought out your own television advert for United Kingdom Talk. Well, I mean, it would £2,000. £2,000 would probably get me one slot doing that ghastly Lorraine programme in the morning. Okay, £2,000 would do it, but it's probably worth it. And actually, if I was to do that, if I did that, it would be tax deductible because it's to do with the business. Anything I do for this is tax deductible because it's to do with the business. And you're thinking, well, how does this make money, this programme? Well, directly, it doesn't. Indirectly, it might send someone along to my karaoke night or my quiz night. This is why I've always mentioned it. It might send someone along to the karaoke quiz night. It secures a job there, which brings in wages. You see? Huh? Tax deductible, you see? That's what it's all about. So we could do that. Good. Right, got some more stories for you this morning. Good morning to Shane Cameron. Morning, Shane. You're a bit late today. We've been here half hour, mate. 40 minutes nearly. 40 minutes, Shane. Chop, chop. Keep up, keep up. Just to let you know, boys and girls, I don't always see all your messages. It's become a little bit impossible to read every single message that comes up there. So sometimes people try and kind of have a conversation. There's no one there doing it this morning. Sometimes people try and have a conversation with me on there. Number one, there's a 10-second delay from what I say to when you see it. And then you type the message. And by the time I've got the message, maybe a minute's passed, I've actually forgotten what I was talking about. So sometimes one word answers to stuff I'm saying. I look at it and it might say, yeah, okay, well, I don't know what you're referring to, you see. All right. And the other thing is there's so many flashing up past me that it's just completely impossible now to read everything that comes up. But I do get through as many as I can, my darlings, okay? We've got a phone call coming in. It's Christina in Portsmouth. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Chris. How are you doing today?
Lovely to hear your beautiful voice this morning.
Yes, unfortunately, I was a little bit full of cold, but this is after doing over 50 hours of collecting for a poppy appeal on a very cold station.
Well done. That's congratulations. Did you manage to raise much money, Christina?
I think I probably did about £1,000 a day.
£1,000? Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
I know.
Well
and
done,
I had
darling.
some wonderful help from the station staff. Were just brilliant. They kept bringing us teas and coffees, and I got quite a few veterans from the Portsmouth Breakfast Club come and help.
What's that?
And,
the Ports? I don't know what that is.
It made the day go by so much easier.
What's the Portsmouth Breakfast Club, please? What is that?
It's a breakfast club. They meet once a month, and it's just anybody who has ever served in the military. They get together and they have breakfast at Weatherspoons, which kindly gives a 25% discount.
Blimey, they're cheap enough as it is, the Weatherspoons, and a 25%. Very good value in there, really.
Well, yeah, and they also give us a whole section blocked off and reserved for us and everything. And it's nice to see some businesses giving back to the armed forces and stuff, because a lot of times, I mean, in America, companies bend over backwards, but
yes.
Here, if you're in a military town, the armed forces get sod all.
It's very difficult. I have to say, no money involved here at all. But when I was doing karaoke at Belushi's in London Bridge, we often had army boys come in there, and they don't have to come up to me and saying, "Oh, by the way, I'm in." Well, you could. They didn't have to. You just knew. You know, it's a way. The way they're dressed.
The haircut?
It's the haircut, the way they're dressed, and also the way they act. Even if they're drunk, you know they're army or something like that. And they would come up to me and say, "Oh, can we put a song in?" And I'd look at them and say, "You're in the army?" And they're like, "Yes," or something like that. And they'd go straight up the list, because I appreciate what they do for our country. And the same with nurses and people like that, you know.
Yeah, nurses and teachers and armed forces. All of those are rather
very important.
Undervalued professions.
Absolutely undervalued. Absolutely undervalued. Talking of which, funnily enough, I was in a shop yesterday and I was talking to a lady I like very much. And I won't say where, she's about to leave somewhere where she works because she feels undervalued. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
You know, I've had it before, actually. I've worked in a couple of places where you feel undervalued, like, you know, you get your wages at the end of the night or whatever, but no one says thank you or, you know, anything like that, and you just do feel completely undervalued. And it's a shame when you get to that point and she actually wants to leave now. Have you ever felt like that?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. But it's really good, though. I mean, especially with on the poppy appeal, everyone who's doing it is all doing it for volunteer. No one gets paid to go and collect.
Of course.
Which sometimes irritates me when people, you know, come up to you and say, "Here, give money to our charity," and you're like, "Okay, well, how much do you get paid an hour to do this?" Yeah. And if the charity can afford to pay people that much to go do that, then you kind of wonder, how much do you really need our money?
That's society. They don't understand that you want to do something for nothing. Even this job I do, the bloke I was working at, I've left now, of course, the place in Clapham that I was working at. Often he said, "You don't get paid for that, do you?" And I'm like, "Well, no, not really." And he said, "Well, why do you do it then?" They don't understand that you might actually like doing stuff, and you don't need to be paid for anything. I actually believe, Christina, that at some point this whole money to do things, it's going wrong now. I think the whole capitalist thing. We need something else, like on Star Trek.
Well, I mean, there's so much different stuff now with all the poppy appeal stuff. There's like rulers and 10 different wristbands and glow things and this and that, and you're just like, just keep it simple. I mean, so many people just wanted just the traditional, you know, poppy, and then they were trying to outsource the poppy stuff to China, which then defeated the purpose of the poppy factories.
Well, I've been to the poppy factory in Richmond a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been there as well.
I used to. It's quite an old building. You go up the stairs, don't you? If I remember rightly, you go upstairs, and all the.
But they have really nice views.
Yes, they do. All the old blokes are up there doing their bits and pieces. Because I used to be a telephone repairman. And I went up there a few times, actually, to repair the phone. And the lovely little houses behind them, aren't they?
Yeah.
The little houses that go up the hill.
Well, Richmond is cute.
Oh.
I used to live in Twickenham before moving down to Portsmouth.
Oh, did you? Right, yeah. I mean, Richmond is beautiful, but they got the poppy factory, which is on the hill itself, and then behind it, lots of little houses. Now, are those houses lived in by the chaps, or have they been sold off?
Sold off.
Yeah, I would have thought so. They would be worth an absolute fortune on that hill.
Yeah.
But they were originally built for the old blokes, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, even the Star and Garter has been sold off to now the
That's
luxury
right.
apartments.
That's right. And doesn't it look beautiful? Have they all been sold yet?
Yeah.
They've all
I
gone
believe
now.
so. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Star and Garter moved to Surbiton to have a more purpose-built accommodations.
Right. I remember
So-
going past it quite a few years ago now, and all of a sudden this fence went up around it, and I thought, what's going on there? And then I realised they were refurbishing it and turning it into flats to be sold off. And I think they started at about 1.5 million. Something ridiculous.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the views there were also really, really nice.
Yes.
I took a tour of that area,
Yes.
of that as well before it was sold off and stuff, and it was just the views and stuff were really nice. And there was a bit of an outcry within the armed forces of how dare they, but they wound up getting 2 or 3 purpose-built buildings in Surbiton.
Right.
Out of one building in Richmond, so.
Well, that's not bad, is it? I suppose my brother-in-law's brother used to work and live there, and he had a room. It wasn't a massive room, but nevertheless, he had a room, and he looked out over onto the Thames, and that was all free, included in the job. You see, he was assisting them and all that. But beautiful, beautiful building. Well, congratulations for yesterday. Well done for raising so much money, Christina.
They even let immigrants, Americans, do jobs in Britain to help Britain.
Yes.
It sometimes gets under my skin when they say immigrants don't contribute. It's like,
oh, that's a lie. That's a terrible lie. I mean, the whole immigrant issue, I think, with the Brexit thing, you've only got to. Now,
Yeah.
I voted for Brexit. Oh, so I'm a racist? No, nothing to do with immigrants or people from other countries at all. What I don't like is being controlled by another country. Yes, that is why I voted out. Nothing to do with immigrants. I mean, why would you come to another country and not want to work anyway? You presumably are coming here because you want to improve yourself.
Yes,
and so many people are.
Or and you integrate into society.
Yes. Have you ever employed a Polish builder? Or a Polish?
No, I've always lived in rented, but yes.
Well, let me tell you,
I have employed immigrants when I worked in a hotel in London. Yes.
Okay, well, let me tell you, you employ a Polish builder or workman, they don't stop. They don't stop for lunch. They open up a sandwich about 12 o'clock and eat it while they're carried on doing the work. They work blooming hard. Nothing to do with the immigrants at all. But yet, I mean, these people with just one idea of what someone is who votes for Brexit, you're a racist then. Without even thinking or asking why you voted. That's the first thing they come out with. Sad people, idiots. I'm afraid, idiots.
Yeah, I think the Brexit thing is still going to get dragged out for at least another few years.
It's all going a bit wrong, really. The whole... I've never known such a mess, but there we are. That's a political thing, and I don't really do political on here. It gets very...
Nope.
You've got to be very intelligent to do political, and I don't think I'm intelligent enough to... I have a view, but if you was to start saying, but so-and-so said that, well, I'd need to know that to comment on it, you see, so I don't go near that sort of thing.
To be able to reference and document correctly, because you don't want it to come back 5 years later and say, oops, you said this and it was wrong.
Oh, they do. They do. There's one bloke who used to write into the station, and sometimes we'd have emails going backwards and forwards, right? And this for years and years. And then later on, he'd write something, but you said in 2009, and he would cut and paste a bit of the email that I'd sent back. It saved all the emails. How sad are you? How sad are you sitting there collecting all these bits and pieces all the time?
I think you needed to get a hobby.
I think you're right, Christina. Are you doing more?
Anyway, have a good morning, and myself and others the past few days have enjoyed listening to your show while we were waiting for people to put money in the poppy tins. So you were being blasted all over Portsmouth South.
Is that wise?
Portsmouth Station.
Well, I won't. I might want to walk around Portsmouth on a quiet day out. I won't be able to do that now.
I know. The paparazzi's going to come after you.
You out there collecting today, Christina?
No, I'm full of cold with a fever now.
Okay, well you take it easy and get well soon, all right?
Yeah, so I think 50 plus hours is enough for a bit.
All right, sweetheart. Good night, Christina.
Anyway,
good morning, Christina.
Have a good day.
Thanks for calling.
And we're looking forward to seeing your next baseball cap.
I'll get it out of the drawer at one point. Ta-da, Christina.
Alrighty, bye now.
Bye now. There we are. Christina calling in there, collecting. She collects the money for the poppies, which is a great thing to do. What's the time? 10:30. All right, we're going to wrap up soon, boys and girls. Let's just come back to some of your messages there. Kevin says, is she American? Yes, she is. Kevin's felt undervalued many times. Oh, all the time. It doesn't happen very often, I have to say. I haven't been felt undervalued many times, but occasionally I have, and then you just feel horrible, and then you don't want to do the job properly. You know, once you feel undervalued, you tend not to want to do the job as well as you don't give it your all. You really don't. Morning to Richard Leedham, who's in Australia. Good morning, sir. Welcome along to our little show, which will be finished soon, I'm afraid. It's been finished soon. Wendy says, I agree. I also work with immigrants, and they are fabulous. They work blooming hard. Blooming hard they do. One more story today we've got. And I quite like... Now, this bloke is good looking. Good looking is an understatement. Let me say these two words to you. Amir Khan. Oh, boxer extraordinaire. Amir Khan. He's in the Sun this morning. And it says, Amir Khan has ruled himself out of a stint on I'm a Celebrity on religious grounds. Well done, sir. Stick up for what you believe in. The boxer was tipped for the jungle, but Powell said he would have to duck out due to challenges involving eating live creepy crawlies, which I've always thought was a really disgusting, horrible thing to do on the telly. And you see them, these things are and they eat them. It's disgusting. Awful. A source told The Sun Amir would be keen for the challenge to show people what he's made of, but unfortunately it would interfere with his Muslim faith. Islamic law states Muslims must eat meat that has been slaughtered in a humane fashion. Sorry, I've been flying here. Although jungle bugs may not be specifically referenced in the rule book, Muslims must refrain from eating meat if they are uncertain how it was killed. So it's not even dead. So good on you. You stick up for what you believe in. Excellent. I think that's excellent. And I think he is possibly the best looking man on this planet, second only to myself. What do you think of that? I wouldn't go on that blooming celebrity. Well, not the celebrity one. The Big Brother, or I'm a jungle, get me out of here. Oh, what an awful programme it is, isn't it, eh? Just sitting there eating live bits and pieces and shouting and screaming at each other. Awful, awful. Alrighty, let's do today's birthdays, and then I must get out the swimming pool because I've got so much to do today, so much to do. Was there anything else to read out to you? Nothing else to read out to you. Okay, birthday time, boys and girls. Happy... Oh, just a minute. What's that there? Anne Taplin. Oh, Anne Taplin's not well at the moment. I think she's a little bit chesty or something like that. This morning birthdays then. Happy birthday this morning to... Simon Puttock. Good morning, Simon. Don't suppose you watched any of this show, but never mind. 28 years old today. Happy birthday, Simon. Don't know what you're doing now because you were running a pub, weren't you? And you've left there this morning, recently rather. Happy birthday, Simon. Happy birthday to Roldan, who's 30 years old today. Good morning, Roldan. When you come to sing for us? Soon, I hope. Roldan De Plata Beltran, 30 years old today. Happy birthday to you, sir. Ed Hall, it's Ed Hall's birthday. Good morning, Ed. See your little face there. I remember you. I remember you. Ooh, or something like that, isn't it? Mark Gonputh, Puth, Puth, Would you say Gonputh? I think Mark Gonputh. It's his birthday today. Ivan Hicks. Good morning, Ivan. Ivan the engine. No, that's Ivor, isn't it? Ivan Hicks. Morning, Ivan. Hope you're well, sir. Wes Hampton today is a young 54 years old. Happy birthday, Wes. And Matt Spencer tonight, 30. Is that 38 or 36? That's funny. Oh, 36. There's a mark on my screen. How's that got on there? Mark Hampton today is 36 years old. So happy birthday to you all, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Simon, Roldan, Ed, Mark, Ivan, Wes and Matt. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Have a wonderful birthday, whatever you're doing. Christina says, don't forget your swimming cap. I don't wear one of those. Oh, they make me laugh, they do. Some of the people who get in the swimming pool where I go to, they've got the glasses, they've got the hat, and you want to see them trying to get ready to get in, putting the hair under it. And I'm thinking, that swimming cap there, you know, it might keep the swimming water out, but surely the sweat from your head won't get out. So your hair would be just as wet whether you put it on or not. The ones with the glasses are the best ones because they can never get them to sit right on their faces. Have you watched them in the swimming pool? And they go, and they spit in them. Oh no! Ghastly people, dear, spitting on their own faces. Anyway, time to go. It's Friday night tonight, boys and girls. So do join us if you've got a moment or two. I'll be hosting karaoke at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. It starts at 8:30. And finishes at midnight this evening. So that's karaoke tonight and indeed every Friday. It's a wonderful night, it really is. I think we've got Mark Cording's birthday as well tonight. He's coming along. So karaoke tonight and every Friday at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Thanks very much, gang. Have a lovely Friday and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.